Alrighty, well, we're going to try again to make the Solar Cities IBC tank biodigester in Blender so that we can illustrate our Ukrainian friends who are... Actually, I should have made the cage all of this, so let me 50 and duplicate all of that. It's missing a bottom, I guess. Let's move it like that. The way that we do this is that we have... If I move this up, yeah, there's nothing on the bottom of that page. So this we're just going to keep in abeyance, and we're going to hide it. That would be, where is that? There it is there. It's called valve for some reason. Oh, it's got to be everything here. So tank feet and valve, in a proper collection, but I will hide those. Where's that? That valve. And that shouldn't have been called valve, that should have been called IBC tank. And then we'll take the number one and we'll hide that. And which one is this? I don't know. Weird. That's that one. That's that one. So who are you? Oh, and it's got all that stuff. You're a group. You're not a group. Who are you? Right, we can find them. Tank feet. Not those. Not those. Who are you? Tank plastic inserts. Oh, that's what it is. Tank plastic inserts. Yes, and I suppose that we do need to also copy these Shift-D because they need to be put in each of these tanks. So that there, Shift-D, move them over. And there, do I have them in the right place now? Possibly not. Shift, GZ, put them down. Can have them here. G, bring them down. All right, and then these I can hide. All right, so to get started, what we would do. So the first thing we're going to do is we're going to lop the top off of one of the tanks. And I guess I should always go to Object, Transform, Set Origin to Geometry, so that's in the middle. Try to do the same thing with this one, Set Origin. Oh, did I do that right? No, it should be Set Origin to Geometry. There we go. And this one we're going to lop the top off of. So if we're going to lop the top off of that, then we've got to go into the edit mode by hitting tab and see if we can cut the top off at all. So if I were to go like this, what would happen? Of course, I'd have to put this in transparent or mesh mode in order to select all the points to the top, and they're all selected. Now if I were to right click and say separate by selection, all right, then that makes a separate object. That's good. And then when I hit a period here, this is called valve. Yeah, so this one here is the IBC bottom gas holder. And then the other part, which I need to get into object mode, that part is the IBC bottom gas holder top. I'm top, right? I know what I mean. You may not. That one there is the other IBC, so we'll call this IBC floating tank. All right. So with this one here, because I have these two pieces, now I could do an animation where I show that this piece gets lopped off. There. I wonder if I can group these. New collection. That's collection 2, and if I call this collection IBC bottom And call that collection that, and then I'll take this and drag it into that, and then I'll take this and drag it into that. Okay, so they're part of a collection that I now can work with. All right. So that's good. Then this one here, we're going to do a rotation in the y-axis, so ry by 90. And oh, it ended up way up there because the origin is set wrong. So set origin to geometry. Now it's easier to work with. And bring it down, except it's upside down. So we need to do another rotation in y by 180 degrees. There we go. And now we have that tank ready. And the part that we lop off of that is the bottom, which is the side, this part here. So let's see if we can go into edit mode and once again go into the sort of X-ray mesh mode. And we're going to take this part off. So when we right click and do, we have, if I tab out of this, we have a part that can be removed, but it's not enough because really we cut it up here by the bow. So a couple of ways that we can do that. If we were to move this over, actually I'm just going to make it disappear for a second, and I need to group these. So let me make a new collection. Link new, it's not helping me. All right, and call this IBC floating top, and then take this part here and bring it down and drop it in, and take that part there and bring it down and drop it in. All right. Now what I'm getting at is that if I wanted to edit this, I tab into that edit and I go GZ, that doesn't help. I am in object mode, so I'm going to edit. If I grab the bottom part of this and I say G and Z, yeah, I can shrink these up. Somehow there's some errant points that are not convenient to have, so that may require a little bit of editing in here. So for example, that part, yeah, so maybe if I go into edit and I bring this GZ up, same thing with this point, GZ, bring it up, good, and the same thing with all of these points, GZ, bring them up, and there's some problems, these are not connected, as you can see. That is a bit of a mess. So like I'm editing this down. And the same thing with these. And then so there's, yeah, it's some inconsistencies here to try to clean up. So I'm just trying to smooth this out as much as possible so that when I suspect here, Because this way, when I grab the bottom and go GZ and mesh these up like that, and the only problem is you won't really be able to see then what, yeah, I don't like that. Because I really need to cut it at a specific place, and that is not going to show it. That's not the way you would really do it in real life. So maybe I can undo all of that. Or it won't let me undo to that point. Nope. It won't let me. Yeah. All right. So that's why you want to keep it back up. So I think what I'm going to do here is I'm going to delete that and delete that. And I'm going to go and find the ones that I hid, which are not here, not the tank sign. So I really need to create a new collection. And I'm going to make this collection and call this IBC reference. Let me take all the parts that part, that part, that part. There's the IBC tank. Okay. And take that and put it in the reference. And take that and put it in the reference.